Welcome to a new episode of Kaiser's Idiotic Ideas, where we do idiotic things, like buy stuff that we don't really need and put them on the bike and realise we never needed them in the first place. But, you know, makes for entertaining YouTube videos, or not, as the case may be. I think this is the first episode of Kaiser's Idiotic Ideas. It won't be the last. This week I have purchased some studded winter tyres, some spiked winter tyres, just in time for spring, and I have been on the hunt for some ice. I found a little tiny patch. So I filmed the shit out of it. That's what I did. I went and I filmed the crap out of that piece of ice. Let's have a look at the results, shall we? I found some ice, not much of it, but I'm going to go down it a few times and see if it actually makes a difference with the spiked tyres, and that'll be me done for the year. And you know what? It's because of me that it's warming up. Okay, I have this kind of power that when I order something that's meant especially for winter, winter disappears. Such is life. So you're very welcome. What I decided to do was to get a second set of wheels, and so what I did was I just changed over the disc and the cassette onto the other wheels, obviously put the tyres on, and Bob's your uncle. Well, he's not my uncle, he might be your uncle. The tyre that I chose was a Schwalbe Marathon Winter Plus tyre, which was the 700C, 35mm. I did want to get the Ice Spiker Pro, which is more of an off-road wheel that's got spikes right around the kind of edge as well. But they only do them in a 26-inch, a 27.5, which is also a 650B, and a 29-inch tyre. I did try and get some 650B wheels that I could use, but it was practically impossible to find anything secondhand that would actually suit. So, and as it turns out, they only do a 2.25 inch width, which is 57mm, which is way too big for my forks anyway. So I had to go for the 700. Do you know of any other brands of spiked tyres out there apart from the Schwalbe? It would be great to see what the alternatives are, and maybe I can source some for next winter or future when I wear these out. Let me know in the comments below, please. So the little bit of ice that I found, I did a few tests. I did some just generally riding down it, and then I did some braking tests. So as you can see from the braking test, it's actually, you know, I put my brakes on quite hard and the grip is pretty phenomenal considering. I mean, if you look at my shoes and how they're slipping around on that ice, you can see what a difference the spiked tyres made. Generally, riding on the ice was pretty confidence building. I never felt as though I was losing grip. I certainly wouldn't be leaning too much on the corners though, because the spikes are mainly along the centre of the tyre. As for riding on the road without the ice, they are pretty damn noisy. Somebody on Twitter warned me they were going to sound like Rice Krispies, and they did. They slow you down significantly, but like that's a big deal. So yeah, all in all, I would highly recommend them. They are unfortunately not suitable for a tubeless setup, at least not the Marathon Winter Plus. I'm not sure about the Ice Spiker Pro, but certainly not that one. So buying that compressor pump was a little bit of a waste of time then, wasn't it? The tyres were not too difficult to put on. They were, as you would expect, a solid set of tyres to be. I put the pressure to about 40 psi and that seemed to do fine. Maybe a little bit less would be better for grip, I'm not sure. Seeing as there's not going to be any more ice for the rest of the year, I can't really test it out. It's typical, isn't it? It's just typical. So that's it for the ice tyres. If I get a better day, I will do a little bit more filming and see how it really performs out on a proper ride. But until then, safe riding, everyone. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, well then don't. But if you don't like this video, you can subscribe instead, because I think that that's what you're supposed to do when you don't like a video. And then hit the little bell, which is like the unlike button. They do them in a 26-inch, 27.5